Hi! Welcome back to our channel. This week we are going to talk about
how to prepare for your Disney trip.
There's lots of ways, lots of tips. If we don't mention your favorite ways, please let us know down in the comments. But
yeah, and you don't have to do any of these, but these are just our...
Yeah, these are some ways that we like to get ready to go.
Yeah.
Alright, so the very first tip that I have for preparing for going to Disney World is to start walking.
Yeah.
You walk so much, so many miles when you go to Disney, especially Disney World where it's so spread out and so huge. You can walk 10 miles easily.
Yeah. Like usually on a Fitbit, it's past 10,000. Some days if you've been walking a lot, you'll get to 20,000 steps. Like, it's a lot.
It gets a little crazy. So yeah, one of the things that I like to do to prepare for Disney and that I have been doing for our upcoming trip is walking. Just getting your body used to walking, breaking in your shoes, making sure that those are great. Just getting comfortable with all of it.
Yes. Something that I always forget to do. So like, I'll get a new pair of shoes. I'm like, yes, I want to take this on vacation. And then I wear them and they hurt so bad because I don't want to get them dirty before the trip. It's worth it. It's worth getting them maybe slightly scuffed.
Even if you wear them around the house, you need to break in your shoes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of two tips in one.
Yeah.
Get walking, get moving, get comfortable with the walking, and bring comfy shoes.
Yes.
For sure. Make sure they are broken in.
Another tip is to, if you can, try and climatize yourself to the heat. Because Florida and Disneyland are both,
they get pretty warm.
Yeah, they're southern states, so they will get hot. And Florida will also get very humid. So if you can try and, just kind of climatize yourself.
Yeah.
If you are prone to burning easily, maybe put on some sunscreen, but try and like get your skin used to being around sun a lot.
Yeah. I agree with those. I would add, so like where we live, it's very dry. So there's no way for us to climatize the humidity.
Yes.
Ryan and I both happen to love humidity, so it's like not that big of a deal for us. I mean, it's gonna make it super hot, but we still, like, I've been outside a lot this summer because even though it's not humid, it's still been in the 90s a lot.
Oh, summer.
And so like, obviously you don't wanna like go make yourself sick being outside in the heat. But you just want to give yourself time to like get more comfortable with like, hey, this is what it's going to be like. On the flip side, both of those places can actually be really cold in the winter time. So maybe just be aware of...
Definitely check the weather, or if it's too far in advance, maybe go back in previous years and see
look at the average.
Yeah. Because sometimes people will go and not expect it to be as cold as it is because it can... In like the earlier months, it can be as low as like mid-50s, which is pretty cold when you're not expecting that.
We went in January and we were in jackets almost the entire trip, which was not what I was prepared for.
No.
So, something else that can help if you are able to, I know some people, like if you live outside of the US, your time zones, or even if you're in Hawaii, your time zones might be too far to do this, but it might help to kind of start adjusting maybe the week before when you're going to sleep and getting up. Just shift it a little bit so that it's not quite the shock when you get there to your system of like, the jet lag's not so bad. But I realize that's not always possible. And if it's not possible, something that I've found a lot of people recommend for jet lag is to try and like stay awake and fight through it so that you sleep. And when you sleep, it's a good way to reset you into that time zone.
Yep. That can be really helpful because if you don't, usually you'll try and power through the first day anyway. So by the time the second day hits, your jet lag is really there and you're just too tired really to do much. So if you can, that is a good option.
Another tip that we have for preparing to go to Disney is to measure your kids before you go.
Yes.
know how tall they are and know what rides they can and cannot go on.
Because there is a list, you can Google it and you can find what all the ride height limits are.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to worry about hyping up your kids
or being like, we're gonna go on Space Mountain, and then they can't, and it's devastating, and
or you've been waiting in a line and finally get up to the front and
they can't get on. Yeah. It's definitely...
It can be difficult.
Yes. So just be aware of that before you go. I know a lot of people that I know, they kind of will plan their trips like, well, when you get this tall, that's when we can go. Because that way they're old enough and tall enough to enjoy the rides.
Yes. Once kids hit a certain height, most of the rides suddenly become available. So,
yeah. So just be aware of that. Save yourself some tears, some heartache.
Yeah.
And be aware that Disney, if they're strict on you for it, it's because they're trying to keep your kid safe. It's not that they're trying to be mean and not let your kid ride it.
Another one is, this is a little bit more just what I prefer doing is making lists. If you don't like making lists,
people.
You don't have to. We are list people. So making a list of things that you would think you might need and then packing accordingly compared to that. Sometimes if I don't know what I'll need or if I can't think of things I use on a daily basis, I'll start making a list throughout the day of things that I've been using to make sure, and then I can like choose off of that list. But that way you don't have to worry about being like, am I forgetting something? What do I use? So.
Yeah, something else that you can do as well is there's a lot of lists online that you can look at. And something that I do before trips is I'll pull up a few of them and just make sure that there's not anything on them that I was like totally missing. So,
yeah. But lists are always nice, especially if you just want to double check.
Something else you can do to prepare for your Disney trip is be aware of your food allergies.
Yes.
If you do have any food allergies or restrictions or things like that, Disney is very accommodating. They're so good and helpful about it. But I would definitely work that into your planning of your trip. So yeah, just be aware of which restaurants can help you, which ones maybe can't. I mean, most of them, almost all of them, will try and accommodate you the best they can. But that doesn't mean like some of them might give you something more delicious rather than what, you know what I mean? Just try and find the best.
And most of like sit-down restaurants do have a gluten-free menu.
Yeah, they have a special allergy menu that includes gluten-free diets, allergens, so like nuts, things like that.
Fruits,
yeah.
So they are very accommodating, and if you ever don't know, you can always call Disney's helpline or...
Yep, you can call their dining.
That's what it is.
You just call there's a number on the Disney website. You call up their dining services, and they are so good at helping. So
Disney has a very good customer service.
Yes.
But yeah, they can help you align. If you need snacks for the day and you're not bringing them, they can also help find some places for snacks as well.
Along those same lines, be aware of picky eaters in your group.
Yeah.
Be aware of where people like will and won't eat, so you're not making reservations at places where people won't eat. But also, just know Disney food doesn't have to just be hot dogs, hamburgers, and chicken.
No, not at all.
Disney has really good food.
Yeah.
So just be aware in your preparation.
Like at Hollywood Studios, there's a restaurant called the Brown Derby, but they have a lot more complex food choices. That is something that I wouldn't eat really anything there, besides like the rolls. But like the Sci-Fi Drive-In has a ton of different options.
That's true.
So it's kind of just looking around, and they have all the menus online as well. So that's also helpful.
Another tip that I have, is, like I said, we're list people, but try and make sure that you have everything lined up for when you leave.
Yes.
So there's some things that like you may not think about when you're planning your trip, like, do my plants need to be watered? Does my pet need to be boarded, or is somebody gonna watch my pet? Or where are we gonna park? How are we getting to the airport? Things like that. It's a good time to just like sit down and just make some preparations beforehand.
Yeah. Those are always something that That's something that I usually feel is the last minute thing that you realize.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can remember, it's good to do it beforehand. That way you're not stressed and you've had things lined up. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so those are just a few of our tips for preparing. It borders a little bit into planning, but I mean, preparing and planning go hand in hand.
Yes.
So let us know what your tips are.
Mm-hmm.
Some ways that you guys prepare for your Disney trips. We'd love to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Or if you have any changes or add-ons to our tips.
Or even if you guys have any questions.
Yeah.
Just let us know. We'd love to help.
Mm-hmm. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
We have lots more content coming.
Yes.
Lots of fun more content coming. So,
because it's hitting the Halloween season.
yeah, we're hitting the best part of the year.
Yay.
We have Halloween, and Thanksgiving, and Christmas. It's gonna be good. So, stay tuned. Okay? Bye! Beep, 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 beep. Morgan and Emi can help you.
Same car.
Holland.
Yeah.